Welcome to Meditating with the Metronome. My name is Christina Stoltz, and I'm honored to guide you through this 20-minute meditation. Before we begin, take a moment to settle into a comfortable meditation seat, lengthening the spine, allowing the shoulders to glide effortlessly down the back, softening the jaw, and closing the eyes. Connect with your breath here, allowing yourself to enjoy the richness and fullness of each inhalation and exhalation. Every inhale is an opportunity at a new beginning. Every exhale provides space for surrender and release. Now be still and allow the breath to settle to the base of the spine. Isolate its experience here as you invite its gentle action to fill the pelvic bowl. The breath, its experience is an effortless, organic tide of natural rhythm filling the pelvic bowl. Waves of life-giving force caress the base of the spine without effort. When you're ready, sense each exhale begin with a patient yet deliberate pelvic muscular contraction. With the in-breath, the pelvic muscles relax, creating an invitation for the next breath to fill the pelvic bowl. The exhale begins with the patient pelvic muscular contraction. On inhale, the pelvic muscles relax, inviting the next breath to enter and fill the pelvic bowl. Synchronize your efforts to the breath's natural rhythm. On inhale, the pelvic muscles relax as breath fills the pelvic bowl. On exhale, the pelvic muscles contract. We sense the breath's exit. Very carefully now, with each passing breath, guide the breath into a fuller experience. Doing so with a sense of ease and elegance, without disturbing the breath's peaceful nature. Breath draws into the body like water filling a glass, flowing down into the pelvic bowl, and then rising only slightly higher as we sense it filling the lower body with a fuller experience. The action of exhale, guided by the pelvic and abdominal muscles, remains unchanged, except for an increasing state of patience to manage the breath's fullness. The experience of breath still remains in the space of the lower body below the navel. Now, very patiently, breath by breath, vertebra by vertebra, guide the breath into an even fuller experience. Each in-breath offering a slightly fuller experience than the one before. All action remains the same, except for the growing sensation of fullness as the breath begins its rise out of the pelvis and upward through the body. Each exhale begins with the pelvic followed by abdominal contraction as the breath is guided to exit in preparation for the next incoming breath. Each in-breath rises upward from the pelvis and now along the spine, through the inner body, inviting the spine to lengthen. The out-breath begins with a gentle pelvic contraction. This is followed by the abdominal muscles drawing inward toward the spine. The spine remains lifted and is supported by the contraction of core muscles. Let your patience grow along with the breath's fullness. Each breath bringing a fuller, more patient, and slightly longer experience. Each breath taking just a little longer to complete. Be clear in your intentions, effortless and patient in your actions. Breath by breath, vertebra by vertebra, we guide the breath into a fuller experience. Perhaps now, even reaching into the space of the chest, we invite the chest to expand and the collarbones to lift with a sense of ease. Again, each in-breath offering a slightly fuller experience than the one before, with all action remaining patient, soothing, even joyful. Each out-breath begins with a patient yet deliberate pelvic muscular contraction, followed by the abdominal muscles drawing inward toward the spine. The spine remains lifted and is supported by the contraction of these core muscles. Orchestrate these actions of the breath and body with great patience and care. Coordinate your intentions to grow the breath into an experience of your intention without inviting frustration or disturbance. Now, allow the breath to simply remain at whatever volume of experience you've managed to create. No longer trying to expand its experience, but inviting it to settle into a repetitive tide of rhythmic balance. Sense the waves of inhale and exhale like mirror images of each other, equal in length and attitude. Do not count the breath. Just feel or sense the balance in its expression. Take care not to surrender the comfortable fullness you've created as you invite this peaceful state of balance to rise. Now that the breath has become a rhythmic tide of effortless balance, patiently begin to slow its pace. By savoring the experience of each moment, we create a spaciousness into which the breath is invited to organically lengthen. Absorb deeply into the sensation of rhythmic elegance the breath has become. The more fully you absorb into savoring its experience, the greater the reward in support of your intentions you will find. The breath's pace will naturally and without resistance begin to slow. If at any time you feel the tranquility of the breath being challenged, just remain where you are until the breath and the condition of mind have settled. Ask no more of the breath than it's willing to offer in any moment. Now, with the breath comfortably elongated, we're going to use the guidance of an audible beat to assist in further refining our rhythmic balance. We'll adjust the breath's tide to align with the beats and bars of the metronome. Again, find the balance as if inhale and exhale were mirror images of each other, similar in feel and equal in length. Make small, caring adjustments until the breath has found the rhythm. Patiently, it finds an expression of equality. Once you find the rhythm, try to allow the counting and guidance of the beats to drift into the background of the mind. a distant second to the experience of the breath itself. Sensitize yourself to the sensations of the breath and discover a deeper experience of the breath as you become more comfortable with the rhythmic balance of the metronome and its beat. As I quiet the sound of the audible beat, allow yourself to maintain the balance of the breath's tide with your own inner rhythm. Absorb into the experience of the breath's own balance. With eyes closed, bring your palms together at heart center, bowing your head in celebration of the balance within and the balance all around. Namaste.